Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mutahar, and just getting ready for work and stuff. Researching a really, really creepy privacy-breaking crypto later today. It's going to be exciting. Half of the fun of my life comes from coming home and researching the goofiest stuff on the internet, so get excited for that one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last in the last several days, I had this argument with like XQC. Not really an argument as much as it was like a full like body slam into discussing like the reaction stuff, right? And obviously, as we all know, there's the reaction stuff is a problem on YouTube. It's been a problem since Jinx. It's come back. It's resurfaced in the same sense that we've got like Sniper Wolf basically like downloading 15 TikToks of the day and just going, wow, they jump, wow, oh my god, wow, I cannot believe that. Somebody like falls face first into like a wood chipper and they're like, oh my god, I didn't know humans were filled with red confetti. Wow, that's interesting. Somebody that could watch One Man, One Jar and be like, oh my god, I didn't know the muscles down there were so tight. Actually, that's putting in a lot more commentary than you would expect, okay? But anyways, Sniper Wolf, one of the most egregious people out there. And then, of course, XQC, which, the internet basically, turned into a lightning rod for reaction stuff. Because XQC is infamously known for, watching a piece of content going, wow, oh my god, wow, amazing. This is crazy, basic stuff like that, and then re-uploading the whole thing onto YouTube, cannibalizing the metadata, and so on and so forth. Now, I would, out of anybody that I've ever riffed on or talked about or critiqued on the platform, he's probably had one of the worst reactions into the situation. Now, he had a debate yesterday with Ethan Klein, right, of the H3 podcast. And this debate, I was like, oh man, I knew it was going to be bad. But I didn't know it was going to be this bad, okay? Now, this video isn't out of like concern, trolling, or anything. I'm not his lawyer. I'm not like his accountant. I'm just here to laugh. That's all I care about. So, he gets Ethan. Ethan brings him onto a debate, and they start talking about the finer points of fair use. They talk about, I remember XQC brings up a point about how he has the most runtime out of any creator. So, if I have 300 hours uploaded, this dude has 3,000 hours uploaded on YouTube. And I don't doubt it. If you stream like 16 hours a day and sleep every other day, obviously you're going to have the most runtime. And then he gets into like ratios of how much people have copyright abused or what they haven't. And it becomes this entire argument from him about semantics and whatnot when Ethan Klein is like also bodying him. XQC is the one guy I know that just loves to get bodied, okay? He got bodied by me. A week later, he gets bodied by Ethan Klein in this debate. Ethan basically steamrolls him and debunks effectively every single one of his points. And it gets to the point where Ethan debates him so bad, he starts doing the fucking worm. Like, he actually gets on the ground and starts, like, literally caterpillaring across the floor. Like, he's, like, bro straight up emotes in the middle of a debate, dude. That's the first time I've ever seen that. That's like the greatest debate. The next presidential debate, if I don't see Biden or Trump or any of these guys, like, emoting across the ground, I'm not, like, that's not going to be exciting, okay? XQC inadvertently has created the greatest debate meta I've ever seen. If people don't start emoting in a debate or doing the caterpillar, they've all like it's just not an entertaining debate anymore. That's where XQC succeeds. He's one of the most watched streamers because nobody in and this is a big positive. Nobody else that I know is willing to do the fucking worm. But anyways, he does the worm on the debate. It gets into this entire pissing match about semantics and whatnot. And honestly, it doesn't really go anywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, he even gets to the point where, like, Vince Vintage, who critiqued, like, the idea of reactors literally aping and cannibalizing viewership, calls Vince a paid actor. Like, guy has no actual argument, no nothing. So, you think that it was all over for there, and then, like, it gets to the even cringier piece, okay? This is the juicier part. The juicer starts flexing on other multimillionaires. So it's kind of known that if you're successful on YouTube, you probably have a good financial track record, right? Like you're doing well, okay? There's obviously going to be people richer than you. That's just how life works. Now, the thing is, unless you're like terrible with your money, then yeah, of course, you'll be back down into the ground doing some Island Boys like crazy shit. You'll have a caterpillar in your one hand and your brother's sucking it off in the other. Okay, it's a wild situation. Don't bother looking that up. But XQC starts flexing to this guy. Now, it's wild to me that, like, in the few DMs that Ethan Klein, like, released out, which you can go check for yourself, he gets into the point where he talks about, like, how Ethan is bitter about money. Like, hold on, you're about to flex to a guy that has a functional marriage, a big house, kids, a successful business, and you're about to flex there? Money is one of those things that I think brings out the reality of people. Like, XQC buys this, like, stupid $600,000 watch that looks like it came out of Wish.com. And that's not me saying it. Shit, that's his own community, okay? And listen, I'm not one to say, like, hey, don't buy a nice watch, okay? But there's a difference between buying a nice watch, like a Rolex, and then, like, buying a fucking $600,000, like, eyesore, okay? That's how idiots part with their fucking money. You know what I mean? There's this place in Beverly Hills, Rodeo. If you walk down it, it's literally shops catered to dumbasses. Like, hey, you want to come inside and buy like a $50,000 rock? Here you go, buddy. Come on in. It's literally there for the most insecure types. And that's where the key word is, insecurity. Anybody, and this is not just Ethan that he's talked to. He's brought up money to me. He's brought up money to everyone. If you're the type of person to start flexing your material wealth when at the loss of a complete argument, then you, my friend, may be the most insecure person that I've ever seen in reality. And look, again, like I said, I'm not making this video out of concern. I don't even care if XQC's got, like, the real mental issues to go off with. If that's the thing, you could afford a therapist to work through, okay? Go do that. I'm just here to laugh at the insecurity that I'm witnessing. Nobody that I've ever talked to, nobody that I've ever critiqued on the internet has ever had, like, a downfall this fucking hard, And we're talking, like, J Stations. We're talking all these characters, people that I don't even recall were, like, out there flexing stupid watches and shit across people. Especially to other individuals that he knows can clearly afford the same stupid trash that they buy, but won't because they know the $600,000 can be spent elsewhere. If you were to talk about, like, $600,000, I'd rather spend that on my mom, dad, and my, like, brother and my family, my wife, okay? Like, people that are important in my life, buy them something nice. Or, do something good in the world with it, right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's better than buying a fucking watch that everyone on the internet's gonna rip on me for. Like, one is spend money and be made fun of. The other is spend money, but also gain, like, plus 10, karma in the real world, okay? Treat life like The Sims in a way. But yeah, I've never seen a man spiral this hard to, like, the crater of the fucking earth and be so insecure in the entire process, all because people asked you to make better content. And this is one of those things where, like, it burns him, where it's like, hey, just make good content. Like, this is the same reason he got pissed at me about, too. And the thing is, it's like, people can say that to me, too. And I'll admit, not every single one of my videos is, like, a banger. It isn't, okay? Like, there are some videos that I do to help fund other bigger projects down the road. This month I've got Shenmue 2 coming out, a video that I know not a lot of people are going to watch in comparison to this off-the-cuff video. But the way that I do it is this off-the-cuff video, the proceeds will help fund the Shenmue 2 video and offset whatever loss. It's how business works, and I can make something that I enjoy. A video that's like an hour and a half long that has significantly more effort put into it, and I like doing it, okay? Then nobody can say, oh, Muda, your content sucks. I firmly believe that I put my effort in and I enjoy what I make. And that's where my security then comes in from. And right after this month, it's Metal Gear Solid 2. And then after that month, it's Hackers. So I'm kind of giving you a little schedule I'm giving you a tasting for the next couple months. We're doing our first movie review, Hackers, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. We're kind of trying to dodge, I'm like Neo from the Matrix, trying to dodge copyright issues from Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Okay, I don't want the fucking line to come to my house and bite my nuts off. So that's going to be a fun situation. But, yeah, I've never seen such levels of insecurity from an individual. And honestly, I would say that I hope the best for XQC, but, like, dog, it's on you, my homie. You gotta... you gotta humble yourself and come back down to planet fucking Earth, okay? Because even your fan base isn't excited about this stuff. I'm not excited about it. Nobody is. And I guess, if anything, the only reason that this video is even existing is, A, to just kind of give the final word on it, but also that this isn't like other trash creators. XQC obviously is a talented individual. Like, he's obviously... There's no way that you become the most viewed person out of nowhere. And genuinely, in some deep, dark crevice, I do want you to at least get your shit together and start being the entertaining juicer that I guess you once were. Not this weird crypto bro flexing douchebag. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out.